In this video, we're going to take a look at an edited version of one of my monthly live Zooms that I do on the first Monday of the month with my Stanton Moore Drum Academy members. So as a member, you get to participate in this Zoom and ask me questions and interact, and sometimes I'm demonstrating on the drums. Sometimes we're talking about more career stuff or some of the practical issues that we encounter as drummers. So as a member of the Drum Academy, you get access to all of my educational materials, all the courses, the ebook, and all of the different PDFs that I write, but you also get access to me through the forum and also in these monthly Zooms that we do. If you want to join Stanton Moore Drum Academy, I'm offering a special rate, and you can take advantage of that by just clicking the link in the description. So I hope you enjoy taking a look at this, and I hope that you come away with some useful information. Please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that like button and drop a comment or a question, because I'm always looking at those. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy. So I went from that, South America, then came home, played Bayou Bar on Tuesday, swinging out with Peter Harris, Steve Mazikowski, and Tony DeGrati. The next day, went into the studio, set up, and then played the Maple Leaf that Wednesday night with Compulsion Trio, with Skerrick and Brian Haas. And then we made a record Thursday. I went to dinner with Lauren Thursday night, worked on the record all day Friday, and then played the Maple Leaf Friday again with Compulsion Trio. So that's, we're playing tunes, but it's very like stretch. We could stretch a lot. And then that whole time I had to be learning Grateful Dead tunes because Eric Krasno was the featured guest at this festival in Crested Butte, Alpenfunk. So then that Wednesday I had to fly to Crested Butte, and Thursday night, played with Krasno Moore Project. Friday, Kras and Friends, and I had to learn a lot of songs for that. And then that Saturday, play a Jerry Garcia Band / Grateful Dead tribute. And not only had I not played most of these songs, some of the songs I had admittedly never heard before. So I charted it all out, and then at the end of that, we already have a festival offer for that lineup, playing Grateful Dead tunes. And so, point being, no matter what the musical situation is, prepare for me. I try to prepare my butt off. And so I went from heavy metal in South America to Grateful Dead in the mountains of Colorado within 2 weeks, and making a record in between. And I felt prepared for all of it. The message I wanted to give to y'all, and the moral of the story, is take every gig you can, until you don't have time to take it because you have another gig that you're doing. But take every gig you can, because there are things that I am drawing on now that I realize I learned about from, this thing, or I learned on this thing 20 years ago. And, learning how to breathe while hitting hard, I learned how to do that, playing with Oxen Thrust, which was the heavy band I played with when I was 19, 20 years old. Try to approach each gig humbly, and don't be like, I don't want to play that gig. That gig's kind of beneath where I'm at. I was taking traditional New Orleans gigs on riverboat casinos, and friends of mine were like, man, why are you taking those trad gigs? I was like, because I got to work on playing at a quiet volume. I got to work on playing my brushes. Every third or fourth song is a second line. So I'm trying to play every song with a great attitude and play it. How would Shannon Powell or Herlin Riley play this? Or Johnny V? It's not the song that's lame. It's the way that you're playing the song that's lame, right? So every song that you approach, try to play it as killer as possible. Like on the Eric Kras and Friends set, there were some songs that were straight eighth notes, right? So like, for example, we played Tumblin' Dice, right? Rolling Stones song. You can take a Pondero or any drum head and throw it on top of your snare drum upside down. And it works just like a big fat snare drum, and it gives an instant deeper, throatier sound. So what I did was I strategically put certain accents on the hi-hat And I did the Charlie Watts thing and did not play the hi-hat on 2 and 4, and everybody loved it. Instead of just playing it straightforward, I put a little something on it. Sure, that's just straight eighth notes. But if you approach it like, oh, this is a stupid beat, then it's not going to sound great. But if you approach it with a great attitude and try to put some personality on it, then everybody in the room is like, ah, this is great. And they might not even have any idea what you're doing. But I'm just adding a couple accents on the hi-hat, and I'm putting the vibe on it, and I'm playing it with joy and a good attitude. Just because it's eighth notes doesn't mean it's beneath you. Steve Jordan is getting paid a lot of money to play eighth notes with the Rolling Stones, right? And he probably doesn't play a double all night. And he's making more money than all of us on this Zoom put together. You know, just point being, I wanted to share some of my experiences in the last couple of weeks with y'all and encourage y'all to take every gig and take it with a good attitude and try to play it like the best drummer that's ever played that style. Thanks for tuning into this discussion. Hopefully you got some useful information out of it. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit that like button, drop a comment or ask a question. I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. See you down the line.